You can see from today's title, the sharing will be on DAO. What is DAO? How can you use DAO? How can you use it in crypto? How can you apply it in your work in Bybit? So without further ado, let me start. Today I will share on introduction of DAO. What is a DAO? What makes up a DAO? Comparison of DAO. What are the different DAOs available in the market? For example, exchanges. Bybit, you have BitDAO. Huobi, you have Huobi Chain. Binance, you have Binance Chain. KuCoin, recently they start their own KuCoin community chain. So very interesting, a lot of opportunities in this space as well. So now let me go through the definition of DAO. D stands for decentralized, which means no central authority controls this network, this organization. A stands for autonomous. Autonomous means everything is automated, everything is done by the group of people in a DAO. No one person hold the power. And what is O? O stands for organization. So DAO stands for decentralized autonomous organization. And with this, since we are talking about the DAO of DAO, there are also commandments, there are also principles. And here are 3 commandments of DAO that you can look into. First, a DAO is decentralized. Everything is on a blockchain, and all the actions, everything that happened in this DAO is coded on smart contract. All right, so this is one key point of a DAO. Second point, in a DAO, who make the decision? There is no leader, there is no boss. So the token holders, the holders who hold the governance token, make the decision, which leads to the third commandment. How do they make decision? Token holders will actually vote. For example, today I can say, shall we all have McDonald's for lunch? If 90% of you say yes, let's eat McDonald's, then you vote for yes, we achieve a consensus because majority of you say, yes, you want to go eat McDonald's today. Then this is how the DAO make decision. All right, so let me repeat the 3 commandments of what is a DAO. First, a DAO is decentralized, 去中心化. Second, in a DAO, who have the decision? Token holders control the DAO. How do they make decisions? They do it through voting. And if, let's say, 80% vote yes, then the DAO will execute. So this is the essence of what is a DAO. And here you can see this is the traditional top-down organization right now, what we all are doing. In a top-down organization, what do we have? We have many, many layers. The staff report to the supervisor report to the junior management to the middle management, and vice versa. So what happened? If one of this layer is corrupted, if one of this layer is like bad, imagine if the junior management is really bad. This will actually make the network not so good because now you have a layer that is not so efficient. All right, so these are some problem with current organization. Everything is top down. So as you can see here, in a top-down traditional organization, you have many layers of management. And information and decision bottleneck, you need to wait for someone to approve something, and there is also potential corruption in the different layers. I think we all experience this in our workplace. For example, let's say your manager tell you to do thing. Then you did the thing you gave to the manager, but the manager is actually reporting to the director. And then the director say, this is not what I want. So what happened? Because the manager gave you wrong instruction, you have to redo your work. So these are some problems with top-down organization. Information may get lost in the different layers. And with this, we want to introduce you with blockchain. Now we have a new kind of organization with no leader, with no boss, called the Decentralized Autonomous Organization, also known as the DAO. So what are some key points of a DAO? In a DAO, token holders are the boss. And then the token holders, they will vote. And in a DAO, we have coders who code rules that the DAO will follow. So everything is coded. There is no leader. Everything is decentralized. And token holders of the governance token have the final right. All right, so this is a very interesting new form of organization that with blockchain we can enable. Don't need middleman, don't need a boss. And here is a notable DAO. Anyone heard of this? In 2016, there was this big hack of the DAO Genesis DAO that was developed on Ethereum blockchain. So what is this DAO? It is a VC venture capitalism for blockchain and crypto. And in 2016, it was the biggest crowdfunding. It secured the most funds. Unfortunately, there was a bug in the code. All right. So the bug is in the red line. They put the code in a different sequence. All right. So because of this, a hacker exploited this DAO and went away with 50 million. All right. So this is a problem with DAO as well, as you can see. Any error in the code, it could lead to changes. It could lead to exploits and hacks. So with this, actually, what did this lead to? This led to the hard fork of Ethereum. So this is actually very significant in the cryptocurrency history. With this DAO hack, because the amount hacked was so huge, Ethereum Foundation actually did something drastic. They did a hard fork. So as you can see here now, do we have just Ethereum? No. Now we have Ethereum and Ethereum Classic. So what is Ethereum Classic? It is actually the original Ethereum, including the hack. But because of the hack, they want to give back the funds. So what Ethereum Foundation did was they decided to do a hard fork of Ethereum so that they can get back the funds, and they call this the original Ethereum. However, now we have another chain, another side chain of Ethereum called Ethereum Classic that didn't change anything because they believe that code is law. You shouldn't alter the code. You shouldn't do a hard fork just because there is a hack. All right, so depending on your point of view, you may think differently. Some of you may think Ethereum Classic is the true Ethereum because everything happened on the code. Whatever happened, we need to accept it. All right, so there is a lot of discussion going on about this as well. Which is the real Ethereum? So to summarize, what is a DAO? DAO essentially is a decentralized governance model. No boss make the decision. Everything is made by consensus. Majority win. If everyone here today say we should do this, then we should do this. If everyone say we shouldn't do this, then we shouldn't do this. So this is the core principle of a DAO. All right, I have a question for you. Why DAO? Why should we use DAO? Can you please share in the chat? Why do you think organizations should maybe think of migrating to a DAO model? Why should exchanges think of implementing a DAO? Item, very interesting because everyone will have a chance to participate. Very good. Samquack, empower people to be decision makers. Very good. Anyone else? Why should we DAO something? Very good. So why should we DAO is also like what Curti say, transparency. Because when we make an organization a DAO, we reduce centralization risk. And this is also somewhat like democratizing finance, because now everyone here, we have the 权利, we have the decision power. So maybe it also affords more skin in the game. You will also feel more involved. All right, because now everyone here, we are part of the protocol. All right, so I'm pretty sure for Bybit, right? You also have rewards in Bybit token. So since you are rewarded with Bybit token, will you feel more motivated to do good work? Yes. So similar concept as well. If imagine you are in a DAO, everyone has skin in the game. Whatever happened to the protocol, everyone will be affected. So everyone will be incentivized to do a great job. So this is some potential benefits of the DAO. And here I want to share a quick story, not really story, but previous news to highlight why a DAO can be good. Some of you may have heard of this news on GameStop, which was a stock that was highly shorted by hedge fund. So because of this hedge funds shorting GameStop stock, a group of people, a community of people in Reddit, in this Reddit thread called Wall Street Bet, they actually gang up together and then they devise a way to buy GameStop tokens, stock units, in order to raise the price. And this is to kind of battle against the hedge fund so that they will cover their position. All right, so with this, you see a lot of price fluctuation in GameStop stock. With this, what happened? Robinhood, which is the stock exchange, a place for you to trade stocks, they actually disabled trading. They suspended trading for GameStop stock because of the volatility in the price. All right, so some people will say this is unfair, this is not good, because how can you suspend trading just because something happened? And with this, you can see some potential benefits of a DAO. Imagine if everything is on a blockchain, you have no leader. Can anyone anyhow suspend trading? No, because this protocol will automatically work. And in order to suspend trading, for example, you may need majority to vote to agree. All right, so in this case, a DAO may be handy because power is not restricted to one party. Nobody can just say, okay, today we stop Bybit trading because something wrong. No, you need to reach a consensus. You need majority to agree. So these are some potential benefits of shifting from a centralized model to a DAO model, which is decentralized. And with this, I have another question for you. We just talked about why DAO. Now we need to talk about why not DAO, because we need an equal point of view. We cannot be too optimistic. We also need to think about the limitations. So can anyone share? Why shouldn't we DAO something? 到或不到，要到还是不要到？ So anyone, why not DAO? What are some limitations with a DAO? ITAM, very interesting, because imagine in this DAO, ITAM is a whale. ITAM have 60% of the token. So yes, that could happen as well. People with more token have the ability to drive the vote to a certain direction. So yes, ITAM very good. This is a potential problem. And some protocol actually resolve it. They make it such that everyone, when they vote, it is somewhat equal, or they do a lucky draw or something like that for the voting to prevent such instances of whales. So anyone else, why shouldn't we do a DAO? So why not DAO? Because what is a DAO? DAO are protocols coded on a smart contract on a blockchain. And imagine if you're a coder, you didn't check the code properly. You didn't audit the code. Any small mistake in the code could lead to big loss, could lead to exploits. All right, so that's a key problem because for a DAO, we trust in the code. Code is law. If the code is buggy, if the code is not 100% perfect, this could be big issue because your whole DAO is compromised. And of course, with a DAO, there is no more place for Karens because you cannot complain to anyone. For example, if Bybit today I'm working and then I'm supposed to get my pay today, for example. If I didn't get it, I can complain. I can go and find Faye. Faye, I didn't get my pay. So there is someone you can complain to because they can find the decision maker. But with a DAO, something go wrong, nobody you can complain to. You can only trust in the code. You can only refer to the code. All right, so with a DAO, there is also issues with safety. A DAO can be efficient only if the code works 100%. If the code have even just one small error, the DAO is dead. All right, so a lot of things to worry about in a DAO. Firstly, you need to ensure that the code is perfect. As you can see from this slide, what do you see? Some hacks that happened pretty recently. Just today, actually, Rune, Tor chain, some of you may have heard of it. They got exploited again. Just last week, they had an exploit. And then today, they got another exploit. So it's a bit crazy how Tor chain, they got exploited for over 8 million. So let me just quickly share with you the tweet, which is very interesting because the hacker is actually a white hacker, meaning that white hat hacker. So he is not a bad person, but he purposely show the bugs done to warn the protocol. So this is what the hacker did. He actually left a note to share with Tor chain on how this system is really not perfect. For example, you can see from this tweet. From the hacker in text input, could have taken Ethereum, Bitcoin, BNB, BEP. Wanted to teach lesson, minimize damage, multiple critical issues. 10% bounty, I think it's a code bug bounty would have prevented this. Disable until audits are complete. Audits are not a nice to have, it is a must have. Do not rush code that controls 9-figure. So you can see this is a very kind hacker. The hacker actually left a note saying all this to warn Rune, to tell Rune that their protocol is full of bugs. All right, so this is a very key issue as well. And of course, the DAO hack. The DAO hack was 55 million in value, and this almost brought Ethereum down, which is why they did a hard fork. They forked Ethereum and Ethereum Classic. Next question for you. What can you DAO? Please share in the chat. What are some use cases of DAO? Let me give you some example. Maybe charity, we can make it a DAO. What else? Shun got, you want to DAO your life. Maybe we have a Shun token, and then whatever Shun do, right, it is based on our votes. So today, what Shun need to do, we will vote for his action. K, listing new tokens. So yes, decentralized exchanges can also be a form of DAO because what happened to the decentralized exchange or the protocols? You can also control with a DAO. You vote for protocol updates. Whether should we list Bit token? If 90% of you vote yes, then yes, we should list. So you are right, listing new tokens can be a DAO. item, very good. Vote for some new features in BitDAO case. So yes, this is also a use case. Very good. And here are more use cases, like what item said, like what Kay said. We can use a DAO for venture capitalism, which is what BitDAO aims to do. And then we can also use DAO for exchanges. For example, Sushi Swap, they have a sushi token. If you are a holder of the token, you are able to vote for protocol decisions. And then, of course, we also have games. In a blockchain game, to make decision in a protocol, you can also DAO it. Bring the decision-making process to the token holders. So there is a lot of things that you can DAO. Like, we can also DAO Shun got life, and then we control him. All right. The use case of DAO is endless. There is so much potential. As you can see from this site that highlights all the different DAO, in this site, they listed 344 DAOs, all with different use case. Some is for venture capitalism, some is for supporting blockchain projects, some is for Ethereum development. So as you can see here, you can think of what you want to DAO, and you can literally DAO anything that needs governance, that needs decision maker. And with this, let me quickly go through BitDAO, because since we are all in Bybit Lunch and Learn, we should learn about BitDAO. But I'm pretty sure some of you already know about BitDAO, but for those that are new, maybe this will be good for you to get a very quick refresher. Of course, if I miss out any important thing, please let me know. Please share in the chat, since some of you here may be the team that actually conceptualize BitDAO. And with this, what is BitDAO? BitDAO is actually like a decentralized VC. The key aim is to support DeFi ecosystem in a form of fundraising for projects, for talents, for blockchain research and development, for liquidity provision. Because since BitDAO have so much funds, they can provide liquidity. So within BitDAO, there is this organization called Mirana Labs. So can anyone here share in the chat, what does Mirana Labs do? So what is Mirana Labs? Nobody? I think some of you should know, because I'm pretty sure some of you are in a team that developed BitDAO. Oh, thank you, Itam, for the link. So yes, Hui Xian as well, risk and management. And from what I read, Mirana Labs is actually a R&D sub company of BitDAO that helps to raise funds, invest in blockchain talents, blockchain development. So it's more for talent management, and the fund is going into that blockchain development, talent management, something like this. And within the BitDAO ecosystem, we have the governance token called the Bit token. All right, so if you hold a Bit token, you are able to vote for decisions, vote for what you want a protocol to do, to vote whether you want to approve this funding for this project, you want to approve this funding for this startup. And the BitDAO model currently, it is multi-signature. What does this mean? For any approval, you need multiple approval. You need approval from multiple party. And this helps to reduce counterparty risk, because no one person can make a decision. And because BitDAO is so new, right? Right now, BitDAO is in phase 1, and they're slowly moving to phase 2, which is on the blockchain. Some of the decision making, some of the operation now is still off-chain, but in the future, BitDAO is planning to go fully on the blockchain, which is the essence of a DAO as well. And with BitDAO, how do you vote? You actually go to this website called Snapshot. So within this Snapshot website, for any proposal, when we have proposal next time, you can actually vote yes or no, 10%, 20%. You as a token holder, you are able to vote for proposals on BitDAO. Since BitDAO is empty, let me give you an example of how Snapshot works for other DAOs. For example, Avagochi is a blockchain game. They operate in a DAO model. They also use Snapshot website to record votes. As you can see here at the left corner, this is a proposal for Gotchi summoning, meaning summoning the game monster. Someone write this proposal. I propose that we be able to view the date each Avagochi was summoned under the trades tab. So if you agree with this, as a token holder, as a governance token holder of Avagochi, you can actually vote yes or no. All right. So how do they decide? They will have a quorum. If at least, let's say 70% vote yes, then yes, now the protocol will work towards having a date for the summoning of the Gotchi. So this is how voting works. A lot of DAO, a lot of blockchain company utilize this dApp called Snapshot that enable you to vote for protocol decisions. So at the right-hand corner of the screen, what can you see? You can see Avagochi's treasury. What is a treasury? It is a place where you store the funds in this protocol. In traditional finance, in centralized exchange, who hold the funds? The management team, the team, maybe the financial team, they hold the funds in the company. However, in a DAO, who holds the fund? Actually, the funds are held in a smart contract, in a treasury. So whoever want to take out money, take out tokens, they need to raise a proposal in Snapshot. I propose we take out 50,000 DAI to do a marketing campaign for Avagochi. If everyone vote yes, then this token can be taken out from the smart contract to be used for marketing. All right, so you can see here, in a DAO, everything is really decentralized. Even the money, the bank, the place that hold the money is not held by a central body. It's held in a treasury. Whoever want to take out money need to seek approval from the governance token holder. All right, so this is very interesting because now everyone has the power to make decision. Everyone has skin in the game. Decision is not just upper management, it is everyone here. And this is part of BitDAO. BitDAO, right now they have two phases. Because BitDAO is still new, right now the DAO is not fully decentralized. They still use a bit of off-chain governance, meaning governance decision that is not on a blockchain. However, in the future, when everything is set up, BitDAO then will bring everything on chain to really decentralize the whole DAO. And this is typically what is happening in different DAOs. A lot of DAOs, they don't start off fully decentralized because they still need to set up the foundation. Normally, they will fully decentralize themselves when everything is stable. For example, MakerDAO. MakerDAO is a very popular blockchain dApp that actually mint the stable token called DAI. MakerDAO recently announced that they are going to move to full decentralization. 全去中心化 right? 全去中心化 And what happened is that they will actually close their foundation in months. All right, so MakerDAO going to go full decentralized. And Shapeshift as well. Shapeshift, they also have a foundation, but they are in a process of being fully decentralized. And in the future, there won't be even a company that holds Shapeshift. So this is the end result of DAOs. Normally, DAOs, although they have the vision of decentralization, they will not fully decentralize themselves because they still need to build effectively, make sure they have a good base. But when the DAO is up and running, everything is great, you can see the DAO shift to a real DAO, a fully decentralized DAO. And this is what is happening with BitDAO as well, because BitDAO right now is so new. So BitDAO is still developing, setting foundations. And with this, some of the decision is still off-chain. However, in the future, when BitDAO is really expanded, then everything will be put on chain and BitDAO will become an even more decentralized DAO. And with this, since today it's on Bybit Lunch and Learn, since you all work in an exchange, it is important to also note what other exchanges are doing in form of DAO. So here is a quick comparison, what the different exchanges are doing. Bybit, of course, you have BitDAO, although BitDAO, I would say, is a bit different because BitDAO is way more than just Bybit because you want to create a DAO VC encompassing a lot of people. So Bybit is just a starter. Bybit is not fully behind BitDAO. You have a lot of partners outside of Bybit. For example, I think you get a lot of funds from a lot of well-known crypto people as well. Hence, even though Bybit initiated BitDAO, BitDAO is not really considered, just a product of Bybit. It is way more than that. And with that being said, BitDAO, the key function is a DeFi VC, a VC that supports DeFi development and DeFi growth. What about the other exchanges? What are they doing? Binance. All of us know that Binance, they have Binance Smart Chain, they have Binance Chain. And due to Binance Smart Chain, there is a lot of blockchain projects that have sprung up that are utilizing Binance Smart Chain dApps. And then other than Binance, we also have KuCoin. KuCoin, very interesting because just a few months ago, they launched the KuCoin community chain. So what is the KuCoin community chain? It is an ecosystem, and within this public chain, they have a DEX called KCC Swap. They also have a launch pad for projects to launch, to sell their tokens, to do their IEO called KCC pad. And then, of course, we have Huobi Ecology Chain. It is also a public chain where you can build decentralized application, where you can also get grants. I think just recently they announced a news. They are going to have a $1 million grant for blockchain developers to apply for to build dApps. All right, so you can see here from this quick exchange comparison of what they are doing. Actually, Bybit is doing something really different because you're not just about a public chain for people to build dApps. So you're not really like a community chain, but BitDAO seems like more than that. You want to create a big decentralized VC that all partners can participate and all partners can contribute together. Hence, even with this slide, I wouldn't say it's really a comparison because when you really look at it, are all these exchanges, are you doing the same thing? No, BitDAO is very different. BitDAO is not about creating a public chain, a DEX, creating a launchpad. No, BitDAO is more of a DAO for VCs, for the funding of DeFi growth, DeFi project, and Bybit is just a starter because you have so many different partners. All right, so this is quite interesting to note as well. And now, before we end our session today, important to also share on this because we are all retail investors here. We always want to know, can we earn? So my question here is, can you earn with DAOs? How can you earn? The answer is yes, because what are DAOs? DAOs are protocols on a blockchain, decentralized governance, which is part of DeFi as well. And how can you earn from DAO? Yield farming, for example. Anyone here know of all this token? What is this blue token here? Can you share in the chat? So what is this big blue token you see here that has seen 90,000% growth since inception? Shun USD CAT. What is USD CAT? Are you sure? It starts with Y. So what is this blue token here? Very good, chat. Yes, it stands for YFI. All right, as you can see here, YFI is the governance token of a DeFi protocol called Yearn Finance. And if you actually participated in the liquidity mining, when you mined for YFI when they first launched, actually you didn't pay anything. And imagine if you hold until now, one YFI is worth a few $1,000s. So essentially you are getting free money from participating in this protocol, free money from providing liquidity into this protocol when they just started. All right, so for those of you that don't know, for DeFi protocol, very interesting. Most of them, when they first start, they will have a liquidity mining program to issue their tokens. So how do they issue their tokens? They will say, oh, you deposit liquidity, Ethereum USD, for example, and then you earn 20% YFI, APY. So this was the way for them to issue their tokens. So essentially, you are getting their governance token for free. And this is a way you can earn. For some of you here, if you participated in the Yearn Finance protocol last year when they started, I think you'll be very rich now if you didn't sell, because one YFI is, I think, more than Bitcoin price or a bit lesser. I can't remember the price now. All right, so as you can see here, all this governance token for DeFi application could actually be mined for free. And if you hold it, you would have made 90,000% profit, 1,600% profit, and 178% profit for Balancer token, the black one, and the Pac-Man lookalike cream token is worth $9 now. All right, so yes, if you want to ask, as a retail investor, can I earn with DAO? Of course, because DAO is also a part of DeFi. And how do DAOs issue tokens? Liquidity mining. So this is how you can earn from DAO as well. Here are additional resources you can check out after today's session, because the DAO space is so big, there is so much to explore. You can click on this link and you can actually check out different DAOs in Ethereum, a list of DAO. And for example, if you want to try to start your own DAO, you can also try it, because you can summon your own DAO. You can build a DAO with all this too. So please feel free to refer to this Ethereum DAO link, because they provide really good resources on what are the DAOs available. How can you start your own DAO? And with this, thank you so much for joining today's session, and thank you so much for listening on what is a DAO and listening on what is the principle of a DAO. Now we will go to your favorite session, what some of you are here for, which is the Kahoot session. And as usual for Kahoot, the top 3 will get 10 USDT sponsored by Bybit, and maybe also the